Ladies and gentlemen, it is an incredible honor and my great pleasure to introduce our next Lieutenant Governor for New York State, Sheriff Chris Moss.
Wow, thank you, thank you. There's a song to wake you up this morning after that nice rainstorm we had. Holy cow. First of all, I got to say hi to Rodney Strange, my county chair. Holy cow, I heard he's been talking the house up about me. So Rodney Strange from Chemung County. Thank you very much. Good morning, good morning. First of all, I want to thank Senator O'Mara, my hometown senator, as well as Deputy County Executive Data from Broome County. I want to thank my fellow sheriff, Carl Du Bois from Orange County. And I want to give a special thanks to Monroe County Executive Maggie Brooks for taking time out of her busy schedule to make that great introduction. You guys really know how to make a guy look good. And hopefully my wife was listening to all those kind things that you said about me. You know, speaking of my beautiful wife, Dana, and my son Wyatt that I have with me, I'm so proud to have both of you by my side as we set out on this exciting new journey as a family. As Dana and I discussed the possibilities of an LG candidacy, we knew that seldom does an opportunity come along when you get a chance to make a true difference. It's with my family's support that I'm so excited about this opportunity. Because at the end of the day, that's what family is all about. It's about who you wake up with in the morning and who to go to sleep with worrying about at night. It's your family that teaches you your values, helps you share your character, gives you strength when you need it, or sometimes just a good swift kick in the rump. I grew up in a no-nonsense family where work was not a four-letter word, it was a fact of life. When I was a kid, my parents owned a small restaurant in Elmira, New York, and every morning before school, from 7th grade on, my dad would take me to work with him before school, where I'd sweep floors, mop floors, wash ashtrays at our family restaurant before I went to school. For my mom and dad, 16-hour work days were the regular. My dad was at the restaurant, my mom was a legal secretary for 40 hours a week, and then helping out at the restaurant, and then managing a household with my brother and my sisters. My mother still works as a legal secretary today, and my father is a retired cook from our local infirmary. I grew up on what we called a small farm in upstate New York, and my parents still live there today. Life was simple, life was good. I can always remember looking forward to the weekends back then when my parents would take us on excursions to what was a bustling downtown Elmira, where we had stores like Sears and Panosian's, movie theaters and restaurants. The great outdoors was our playground. We fished, we hunted, we played Little League. I cherished the upbringing I was afforded in upstate New York, and I always knew it would be a place where I wanted to raise my own family. Elmira, like so many other upstate towns, is a real salt-of-the-earth town. But despite its good people, things have changed a lot over the years. I've said goodbye to many friends and family members who have left the area for better opportunities outside the state of New York. The once bustling downtown has suffered from years of bad policy in Albany. As sheriff, I've seen firsthand effects of what loss of hope, economic depression can do to a town. Crime goes up, drugs seep in, storefronts remain empty. People who have the means to do so, they leave for better opportunities outside the state of New York. That's not the future that I ever imagined for my town or so many others. It's not the future I imagined for my son or my neighbor's kids. What's worse, a brief glimpse of resurrection that was dangled in front of New Yorkers when there was hope for natural gas industry for a short time had our airport bustling, our restaurants were brimming, hotels were full. There was a new sign of life, a sign of economic hope for the future. But when Governor Cuomo dithered, companies picked up and left for Pennsylvania, for Ohio, or one of the other 29 states that are benefiting from natural gas exploration. Sadly, this isn't a problem unique to the southern tier. It's not even a problem unique to upstate New York. People are struggling everywhere. Nearly half of New York City is near the poverty level. The numbers are staggering. Under Governor Cuomo, we are losing, and we are losing badly. We have the worst economic outlook in the state of America. We have the highest taxes, and it's not even close. We are losing more of our residents than any other state. We are plagued by a culture of corruption that gives organized crime a whole new meaning. And the man who pledged to be the most transparent governor in New York history, he enacted laws in the dead of night infringing on our constitutional rights. Take it from a guy who spent his last 26 years in law enforcement, the SAFE Act has made us no safer. When it was first enacted, it even made brothers and sisters in law enforcement would be criminals. They had to go back and make changes. Well, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with the SAFE Act. We are going to repeal the SAFE Act. We're going to enact smart gun legislation that isn't against the property owner, the law-abiding citizen. That legislation should have been geared towards criminals and towards helping to make sure that firearms don't fall in the hands of mentally ill, not hurt law-abiding citizens like you and me and all of our neighbors back in our respective counties. If you've been following the news, we have a U.S. attorney investigating the governor's office, allegedly corrupting the Anti-Corruption Committee, directing subpoenas and investigations away from friends and political allies. In the world I come from in law enforcement, that's called obstruction of justice. We can no longer tolerate that type of behavior, not by the press, not by elected officials, not by Albany insiders, and certainly not by New Yorkers. Mark my words, if there's one thing I know how to do very well, it's go after lawbreakers. And we won't do it with window dressing panels and supposed independent commissions. There will be no mistaking our mission. Enough is enough of the corruption in Albany. It's time to crack down on corruption once and for all. Things have gotten so bad, sometimes I wonder if New Yorkers have gone through the stages of grief and reached acceptance. The 400,000 New Yorkers who have fled the state under Governor Cuomo certainly have. But not the people in this room. We're all here because we know the state of New York can be saved. We can return this state to envy, of prosperity, of hopes and dreams for us and for our children. The way Albany's being run today doesn't have to be that way. New York is worth fighting for my family, for your family. It's all worth fighting for. But like my mom and dad raised me, I'm going to give it to you straight. Reversing the course will not be easy. It'll take bold proposals and tough decisions, sometimes unpopular decisions. Now, I've never been one to back away from a tough fight. And if you've ever been witness to a sheriff's election, boy, they get down and dirty. Something about cops running for sheriff brings out the best in them. When I first ran for Chemung County Sheriff in 2005, no one thought I had a chance in the world to win. I was outgunned and outspent by the front runner, the establishment candidate. But we hustled, we spread the message of experience, the message of integrity, and people responded. We shocked the system with an upset victory, and we changed the way things were done in the sheriff's office. We reined in overtime. We tackled a methamphetamine epidemic. We brought statewide accreditation to the entire agency. This all amounts to leadership. It amounts to calling it like you see it and then taking action. It amounts to having the courage of your convictions knowing when to stand firm, even when the heat is on. It requires a clear vision and a steady hand. It's a quality that can't be bought with campaign contributions, and it can't be faked with television ads. You're either proven or you're not. And there is no one that embodies those qualities more than the man that I am so proud to be running with. Rob Astorino is the kind of leader that you don't see very often, a rare combination of qualities that make it so understandable why he quickly became a candidate for governor. He is compassionate and he is honest. He has a heart of gold and a spine of steel. And he gets results. And unlike our current governor, it's not results from threats and intimidation. Rob Astorino put Westchester County back in the winning column, and he can do the same for the beautiful state of New York. We have been given the gift of opportunity, an opportunity that I accept humbly and with great purpose and direction. Because at the end of the day, this election is not about me, it's not about Rob Astorino, it's not about the Republican Party, it's about all the people in New York State. Young, old, black, white, male, female, rich, poor, it doesn't matter. Thank you, thank you. And at the end of the day, we're all one family, we're all New Yorkers, and like I said at the beginning, family is what it's all about. I want to thank you all. I'm humbled and I'm honored. God bless you. God bless the great state of New York. Thank you.